What in the hell? How you doing, folks? What's up? You can't see me. You can't see me. Is it driving some of you trolls crazy? Like you just, if you go look, there was like I did a sleep stream in my living room like uh 2 or 3 days ago. I don't remember, but it was like 4 or 6 in the morning, and then I spent like a couple hours gaming on the couch there. And then I did another one after that. I must have done seven, maybe 10 last week, maybe 20 with my face. I don't keep track, and I can't even believe people are like, oh, could we see your face, please? Hey, could I just see your face for a sec, man? Hey, can I see your face? It's like, what? Like, whoa, let me just stop my show. It's very important, extremely important to the world right now and later. You know what I mean? Like, do you think everybody on day one thought Battlestar Galactica was the greatest show ever? Or do you think after 15 or 20 years of circulation, of floating around the world, that show was amazingly hyped up because, like, there was a following because people of that genre got to be introduced to it. They channeled it. They watched every episode. They couldn't get enough, chomping at the bit for season two type of deal. You know what I'm saying? There was another show called Firefly, right? I don't remember much about these things. I just remember because my bestest friend when I was young, one of them. Like I got a lot of them, but anyway, G Man. He had we were playing Xbox and he had a buddy over, and he's older than me too. I went to high school with him and stuff, but he had a buddy over, 3 or 4 years old. He had his house, and I was at my house. We were playing Xbox in 1999, online. In 1999, playing Xbox. I was playing Halo 2, online, in 1999. What were you doing, bud? I'm the coolest dude ever. I grew up, influenced by the coolest things ever. I wasn't doing like I'm a dude with like man hands, like I don't have these tiny little intricate fingertips and like my fingers are fat like sausages. Ladies, yeah, you already know. These are the good ones, yo. And then that happened. Okay? So what I'm saying is I could barely push the buttons properly, you know what I mean? Then I got really good at just smashing and hammering buttons. I had 17 controllers. I was stacking them to the ceiling, you know what I mean? Just take a dude, just flopping his fingers. That was me on Xbox, just crushing foes left and right. I remember something Slayer, Extreme Slayer or something used to tell me all the time. I can't remember anything anymore about all that, but I used to be able to say it verbatim. Now it's bothering me. I can't. I have all this. I'm gonna feature it. You guys have no idea how cool I am and the content I'm about to show you. I don't even have to make it anymore. I just have to start uploading it. 6 hours per DVD. You wait. I'm gonna show and on like 9 channels. 9 different channels, bud. Yeah, bud. Growing channels, you name it. What's my name channels? I'm gonna make sure there's a channel for everything, and then it breaks and branches off. You wait and see. I'm gonna take over yet again, entirely. But I'll do it on my terms when I want, not because some of you ask or beg or you want to super chat me and send me $50 or $100. You want me to do something for you? Buy me a house, $500,000. I'll make you a video. $500,000. I'll show my face right now. Until you pay me $500,000, you don't get to have no say on this show. You watch, you buckle up, get a helmet, elbow pads, a couple vagina cups, all you dudes out there from New York, Malone with cervixes. You sit back and we'll just chill, 90% of you in England, same thing goes for you, dudes. I don't know about Brits, man. Diana was super cool, but she was not British, right? But I guess she was in the end, kind of. But Diana was cool. I don't know about all the rest of the people that live in Britain. Haven't really heard you guys going against the grain is the lightest way that I can put it for you, sad sacks. We stopped singing that song in 92, I think we stopped singing that song here in Canada. I didn't even sing it, and half of my school didn't even sing it back in the early 90s. But that's another story, man. That just proves what I was saying in the very beginning about being Viking. Now you guys just have no clue. And there's a difference between me and you. And the difference is greed. Until you cut greed loose, you're going to be a bad person. Evil person. Treacherous. You're a traitor to your friends, your family, your coworkers because of greed. Woman Chelsea, super chat, I want it. 500,000. I don't know what that means, but 500,000. You don't have to super chat nothing. But if you want me to make you a video, 555,000. The price is going to go up every time I have to say it, so you better super chat right away before I get it to 10 billion. Let's change the price. I'm going to start out at 10 billion is the minimum. That's the minimum to make a video here. So just clarify. There ain't going to be no videos made by nobody but me and my mind and my spirit, my soul. Sad sacks out there selling out for $5 and $50 a video. Get lost. Come type a letter in here and let me block and ban you forever if I already have it. 99% of the trolls are already completely blocked and banned from this channel. So, what's up? How you doing? Hi, Robert. I was just talking to a few trolls and then letting some other... I want people to be good, right? So if you give them a lecture, you also get rid of the kids early on the video, which is always good, right? You don't want kids in here if you're having a conversation with adults, right? What do you tell a kid? You tell them to leave the room? If you say that to a kid on YouTube that's watching, I feel that's not the nicest way to do it, right? Back in the day, I used to watch people on YouTube when I first got here, and they thought it was funny to scream at a kid and be like, "Get out of here right now, get out of here." And then I kind of like, after I saw that, I was like, "Oh, geez, you know, that's not the right approach, you know?" I get why they're like, "Get out of here," but the kid probably finds that hilarious. You know what I mean? Like, they're not leaving for sure now, you know. But you sit there and lecture, and you give a good lecture, then you know you've erased the fact that there could be. Also, I make it as bland as possible. If you noticed with the countertop, very few grown people can stand to look at a still image with no flashing lights. Because you're mummies, you know what I mean? You need big, bright, flashy things. You need fake. You want someone to have their hair done, look all nice, have their nails done, make sure they've got some really nice gold jewelry on. Like, it's pretty pathetic, you know? As I saw what could get a view and what doesn't, I love how these shady, really pathetic marketing agencies in Winnipeg and Manitoba and all over the world for that matter. It doesn't matter what country, but I saw some specifically located here, where I'm from. And they're like, "Oh, we guarantee we're the best at what we do. We're everywhere. We get 60 billion views a video." And then you go look, and they're like, "Yeah, this person got 200,000 views this month." I'm like, dude, how much did that person pay you? Is that like my biggest question is, what do you steal and take from them to have bot monkeys rush over there and write reviews, like, or type, a comment? You know what I mean? And then the other side is, how many of you are there, and how many other people do you have? Are you guys just going and writing comments on other people's pages for money all day? I'm like, where do I sign up? You know, because I don't have any ill will against that. But here's the thing, I actually have. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. But then I'm like, geez, I can actually just do. It's totally legal, right? But I don't want to. I feel like I should be doing that for free. You know what I mean? If you're a YouTuber and you come to my channel and you hang out here, as the way I was taught by nice people, you should be obligated to at least go return the favor somewhat. Now, for me speaking, I can't go engage with 4,000 live streams a day because some days I get 10,000 views. I've had 1,000,000 views in 24 hours. I've showed it before, the proof. I don't need to do it again. If you want to go see the videos, they're out there. They're there. There is, in 18 hours, I have over 733,000, and in 4 hours, I got over, whatever, another 250,000 views before 24-hour period. I don't need to explain or prove myself. I'm not a liar, and I'm really, really good at what I do. Really, really good. So you can, now, 1,000,000 views, if you own a business and you want to buy 1,000,000 views from, like, have people come see your stuff, so I can't really say too much. You can do it. Like, there's ways, like, I'm also not promoting anybody. Like, I can't stand certain things, so I'm not promoting it. But you can't be that dumb. You gotta understand, like, there is a way to do it, right? So you don't even have to make a video that is actually organically seen by anybody, which you would think that would be the best way and most powerful way, is if people actually went to your video because they found it, because somebody else they knew watched it. They stop that. They don't do that. That's not how it works anymore. They don't. That's fair. They don't do that. The only reason somebody has 64 million or 121 million views on a video is because they paid for advertising. So you go Google it right now. Say, what are your odds of making a video with one single video that has 124 million views? Now go Google how much it costs to get 124 million views. How much do you have to pay for the advertising? Google it. You won't believe your eyes at all those zeros. You won't. And it doesn't guarantee you anything after that. I'm not. One thing I'm not going to do is explain anything to people that I definitely don't like. You go waste your money. That's what it is. But sure, it makes you look like something you're not, though. Go live. Now I want you to go live. And when you have 1.4 million subscribers, and remember, my most viral video, what do you call that? Peak concurrent viewers, the maximum, it's like what a cable company would use to say when they showed Friday Night Fights and Mike Tyson fought De La Hoya or something. I can't think of boxers right now. Who he fought? Mike Tyson, did he fight Lennox Lewis? Man, if they fought, I gotta check out that video. I hope they did so I can watch that. I feel like that would have been an insane match. I think, did Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson fight? Lennox would have crushed him though, eh? I don't like Lennox Lewis because he went to Great Britain for the money. And he like, don't change your flag. Don't be like, I fought for Canada. I trained in Canadian boxing clubs or wherever he trained. I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up. I don't want to say that and he didn't. But hey, Google, are you always listening? Did Lennox Lewis train in Canada?
Yes. Lennox Lewis moved to Kitchener, Ontario in 1977 and trained there as an amateur boxer, representing Canada in the Olympics.
So he actually learned to box. Did Lennox Lewis learn to box in Kitchener, Ontario?
Yes. Lennox Lewis started boxing in Kitchener, Ontario.
So Lennox Lewis is a total goof. A total goof. He came to Kitchener. So Robert. So this goof is saying on AI, but I believe it. I mean, he's pulling from internet feeds from all over. He's not pulling. That is different than asking about like planet Earth and stuff like that. That thing's built in to lie to you, but that thing pulls off of news feeds and articles. That's how he knows about that. Not saying that that thing is going to be accurate about every person's life or history, but I believe that Lennox learned to box in Kitchener or in Canada. It makes sense to me. It's hypothetically plausible is what's going on in my mind. So now back to what I was saying. Skip all that. Lennox Lewis switched, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and now I'm fighting for the flag of Great Britain." No, you're greed-driven, and you've been bought off by Great Britain. You were trained and learned to box and won an Olympic gold under the Canadian flag. And did he give up his Canadian citizenship? We should find out. Like, he should have had to, basically. If you say that, if you go that deep with what you're saying, that means you denounce your citizenship to the country, basically, because you're saying, no, you don't acknowledge where you trained, where you won, and who taught you. It's a disgrace. You're a disgrace. Did Lennox Lewis give up his Canadian citizenship? No. He holds British and Canadian citizenship. I don't like that. I know you can hold two in those two places, but some you can't. And also, I just thought maybe he would have went to like wherever. Like, I thought he would have got since he just left Canada so easily and freely. I thought he would have picked a different like the States and Britain or something. Hollywood strikes me as like a New Yorker or a Hollywood guy, actually, kind of yuppie and preppy. But back to what I was saying, the ratings of Friday Night Fights would be outrageous if Lennox Lewis and Tyson fought. I don't skip a beat either. I know exactly where I'm going with stuff. Most of you can't remember a single thread of conversation. Go record yourself and see how pathetic it sounds. I get paid the big bucks, bud. There's a reason. So we're back to concurrent viewers. Someone on YouTube, especially from Canada, but I can't find anyone who is actually famous from Canada. Not one person, in my eyes, is actually famous because they're not live. Your editor is famous. He's a famous editor that spliced together, gaming moments of you, or created background noises of farts stolen off my show, probably. You know what I mean? But if you look at the facts, I've pulled in 1,500 concurrent viewers for hours and hours. 1,500 people watched my best episode. I have several, but that's one of them. I had a channel with 24 viewers, and I had 50,000 views in one day. Over the course of 3 or 4 days, I had 140,000 views in 3 or 4 days with 24 subscribers I started with 3 days ago. Not now, but everyone knows about that other channel. They know, like, I'm infamous on YouTube. Infamous. And there's nothing you can do about it, bud. But I don't like people to look at me. I find it super creepy, I'm gonna show myself, but I think it's creepy that people are as hardcore open about being freaky as they are, It says a lot about things going on. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? I would never be like that. Not to someone's face. Maybe if I was like in a relationship or had known you for a decade or something, I might, but that's not the same. None of you have ever met me before. You know what I mean? None of you show yourself to me on camera and be like, yo, Hash, I actually have something to tell you. You're looking at my eyes as I look at your eyes, and I'm like, okay, what? Yeah, what? And now I'm looking kind of weird because all this is fucked up. But you're like everything. Like, would you have to like? I don't even know who you are, and you want to tell me what? Like, why are we having? Why is this going on right now? I'm super real, and I have a high IQ, so I can't wrap my head around half the dumb conversations that go on in people's heads, or, out loud. You know what I mean? I can hear what you're thinking, though. Every time you think I can't hear what you're thinking, I can just barely hear the old rusty cog on your hamster wheel. I'm like, yeah, no. By the way, that's not happening. Like in sexual innuendos, I fucking invented those, yo. Like I'm not into anybody, and if I was, like, my wife's very, very normal person. She's very old school, you know. So no, we aren't doing those 72 sums with you guys on YouTube. And only chicks only. When I say guys, I mean all you gals. There's not a dude's ever gonna see my dong ever. You know what I mean? Just gross me right out thinking about it. So when you see those 1.4 million go live and they're holding 42 fucking people in their live stream, 42, and then you start to read their chats and you're like, what the fuck? Those are fucking like tiny. Today's the one like, turn and killing a cat. I'm like, okay, it's fucking noon and it's a waffle video. Like, he's staring at a plate of waffles. I'm like, huh? And like, what the fuck is wrong with a plate of waffles on YouTube? There are children watching sex scenes on Netflix right now on their parents' accounts. Like, you don't even have to find a porn. Just go watch old reruns of Dexter. Fuck. And that's on another platform. You know what I mean? I don't know where these things are, but my wife knows where all the TV time porn is. Like, you can find. I walk in the room and there's 3 chicks doing it, and it's 5 o'clock. And I'm like, yo, see? Aha! And then all of a sudden it's Dexter. Dexter's on the screen with rubber gloves and he's getting this dude with a saw. Ah! You hurt baby's eyes! Getting him, eh? And I'm like, get him, Dexter, get him! But, like, you can't make this shit up, bro. People come here and they're like, oh my god! Is that a fucking is that a tomato on your pay? Holy shit! Code red, he's got 3 fucking organic tomatoes on the table, guys. Oh my god, report that guy. Losers. I couldn't be bothered. I wish all the good people the best, and I wish all the evil people everything else but the best, you know? The opposite of the best. And the evil people, you will get exactly that. If you stick around, if you had stuck around to hear me cast that, your life will go to hell in a handbasket overnight. Good riddance.